In 2019, I was sitting here in New Kingston balcony. I was like, I actually can move to Jamaica. And my friends, they look at me like, I just opened my little dance studio in Moscow, and they look at me like, are you crazy or something? Like, what's wrong with you?
So you then, when you were sitting on the balcony, and you decided that you could move here?
It was just one thought, you know?
It was just, okay, it was that random?
Yeah, it was that random, and I was like, no, because that time I still didn't speak English. It was dancehall,
Right.
and I'm somewhere here.
Sure.
Nothing was more important than this.
Why?
I just love it. I don't know, I just stand. When I just started, oh my God, this feeling when you go to the party, when you just dance and you feel this amazing energy, it just makes me feel so alive, so happy. And it just makes me feel so good.
So, you now live in Kingston, Jamaica?
Right.
How long have you lived here?
Okay, I came here in 2023.
Yep.
But before that, I lived here for 2 years at COVID time.
So you were technically stuck here during lockdown?
I would say I choose to stuck here.
Okay.
Because I came here in January 2020 when COVID started and the Russian government wanted to send us back, anyone who stuck here.
Sure.
I was sitting and I was like, I actually already wanted to move to Jamaica.
Okay.
But I was like, right now I can extend my visa so easy.
Because of COVID?
Because of COVID.
So you were here on a holiday?
I came here as a dancehall dancer for 3 months to study dancehall. And this is how I used to come to Jamaica.
Okay. You say used to. So that wasn't the first time?
No, this was the 5th time.
5th time?
Yeah.
Take me back to the first time you ever came to Jamaica.
First time it was 2016.
Okay.
I started dancing dancehall in 2013.
Okay.
And from that moment, it was my biggest dream to come to Jamaica. Because before that, everything I knew about Jamaica, it was Bob Marley.
Right.
And the idea what people smokes with here.
Right.
That's it.
And so at that point, you were living in Russia?
Yes.
What part?
That moment, I just moved to Moscow from small city near Moscow.
To the capital.
Yeah. And when I started dancing dancehall in 2013, in about 3 months, I went to my first dancehall camp.
Okay.
It's where you go for like 7 or 6 days and you dance without stop. And the people who made that camp, the Russian people, they actually bring the Jamaican dancers to that camp.
1 second. So in Russia, in Moscow, there are people going to dancehall camp.
Dancehall is huge in Russia.
Really?
There are some events where you go there, it's like 300, 500 people dancing same time.
Really?
And Jamaican dancers here from the streets from Uptown Monday, they just teach their 300, 400, 500 people dancing their moves.
So you go to the camp?
Yep.
And you're like, this is my first taste of what perhaps is dancehall culture.
Yeah.
And then from that moment, do you kind of have the seed planted that maybe you'll live here, or is this just
No, nothing like that. Because first of all, I'm this kind of person. If I'm interested in something, I want to go so deep.
Sure.
Well, when I started dancing dancehall, I was this type of person who is like, I want to know everything.
Okay.
I want to see where this thing created.
Sure.
I wanted to see if dancehall is really placed everywhere in Jamaica.
Okay.
Because on Russian TV and radio, just play some pop music.
Sure.
You know, you never hear any dancehall.
Right.
And I was like, I can't believe I can go to supermarket and hear dancehall.
Okay, babes, real talk, tantrums do not look fun. But what if I told you that they don't have to take over your house? In my course, Managing Tantrums Like a CEO, I'll teach you the strategies that turn tantrums into opportunities. No yelling, no bribes, no screens, and no chaos. You will learn how to understand what's really going on behind those meltdowns, how to keep your cool when they lose theirs, and how to raise emotionally intelligent children without losing yourself in the process. Because CEOs don't react, babes, they respond, and you can do the same. So if you're ready to bring more calm, connection, and confidence to your home, click the link and check out Manage Tantrums Like a CEO.
Or I can take taxi and hear dancehall.
Right.
It was like a dream because I was fell in love in dancehall.
Okay, why did you fall in love with dancehall?
Before I was a hip hop dancer for
Okay.
5 years, and hip hop started to change, and I didn't like this change, and I was trying to find the new way where I'm gonna move.
Okay.
And I fell in love with Guy.
Okay.
He wasn't Jamaican.
Okay.
He was just a guy who was dancing dancehall that time.
Okay.
And I fell in love with him. Nothing worked out. This relationship wasn't good.
He was living in Russia?
Yeah, he was living in
Okay.
Russia. And because I fell in love, it was my really big first crush.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to know, because I hated dancehall before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I look at dancehall like it's some stupid dance. You know, they're doing some flowers are blue.
Right.
I'm like, why these people look so happy? Scooby-Doo. I'm like, because I was doing something like Running Man and
Okay.
Crisscross and all this serious thing, you know? And because I fell in love, I wanted to understand
Okay.
why
Sure.
he loved this dance. And to be honest, when I just started, I had this thought with, I just wanted to prove him I'm a cool.
Okay.
That's it.
So
But
the way to his heart was through dancehall.
yeah, like you're gonna see how I'm cool in dancehall
Right.
and
Do Russians have rhythm like that to be executed dancehall?
right now it's better,
Okay.
but you know, Russian dancehall is far away from Jamaican
Okay.
dancehall. It's just every country have their own dancehall.
Sure.
Because the way how Jamaican dancers dance, like people can't really copy it. We try, we try, but
So,
we can't really.
sure.
But dancehall is pretty good. I would say in Russia, dancehall right now looks like more hip hop way,
Okay.
but it's still dancehall.
But this was your profession. Dancing was your
Yeah.
career. It wasn't just that
Yeah.
you were going out on the weekend.
No, I was teaching. I
Okay.
was one of the biggest teacher in Russia,
Okay.
in Moscow.
Yeah.
I travel in more than 50 different cities
Okay.
to teach workshops.
Right.
I traveled once in China
Okay.
and to some European countries.
Yep.
And I work with companies like Nike and Adidas.
Sure.
Like, I was great in dancehall. But one day I just couldn't stay in that culture no more.
In Russia? Or in dancehall?
In culture, in dancehall.
Okay. So by this point, you've taken your first trip to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
How long after the camp?
3 years.
Okay, so 3 years after the camp, you're teaching, you're traveling, teaching, and
I
then,
just started really traveling.
okay,
Yeah.
and you come to Jamaica just to visit, just to see dancehall for
to,
yourself.
to go to Uptown Mondays,
Okay.
to Bossy Tuesdays,
Yes.
to Boom Sundays,
Right.
to Hellshire. Back in the days, they had this great party, Sundays,
Okay,
at Hellshire, where
Right.
you just dancing, the sun is going down, and you're doing this.
and who do you come with?
It was group of the girls,
Okay.
because that time I didn't really speak English.
Okay,
And one girl, she was from Ukraine,
right.
and she was friend of mine. We wasn't so close, but
You knew her.
yeah, I knew her. And she was going to Jamaica for the first time.
Right.
too. And it was one girl from, or two girls from France, and one more girl from, I think, Netherlands. I
Sure.
don't really remember. And this girl from Ukraine. And I saw her at some event in Russia, and someone told me, this girl is going to Jamaica. And I come to her and I was, please take me, like, because in 2016, again, everything I knew about Jamaica is so dangerous to come here.
Okay.
I thought I'm going to come here and someone going to shoot me or something like that.
But you still wanted to come,
Of course,
even though you thought it was a war zone.
of course, because I wanted to see the dance hall. I wanted to see these legendary parties. I didn't want to see any of that all-inclusive hotel,
Sure.
any of that 7 Mile Beach or where, nothing. I just wanted to come to the streets.
Right.
And yeah, this was my first trip. And I had a lot of bad situations on my first trip to
Okay.
Jamaica. One time the dancers took us to Spanish Town.
Okay.
You have to understand, that time I didn't know anything about Spanish Town.
Right.
And they just put us dancers to some minibus and they
Okay.
say, it's gonna be great party. It was
Right.
some plaza in Spanish Town.
Right.
And it was pretty boring party. And we were standing outside with girls. They were speaking. I tried to understand what they're talking because you remember I didn't really speak English. And there was a guy with two women, and he wanted to go inside.
Okay.
And he was speaking kind of loud. And security didn't want to let him inside.
Right.
Because he was drunk, and he tried to explain him, look, this is like the closed party today and blah, blah, blah. And this guy was so mad, but I couldn't understand anything. They were just screaming, you know, this type of way. And well, it was like stairs, and I was standing right here, and entrance is right here.
Right.
And this guy walking here, and he's like 1 meter, like we're sitting right now. This distance, he took the gun and he just shoot 2 times in the sky.
Okay.
It was my first time I experienced that. I was like, it was some dancers, some Jamaican dancers, the woman near us, and she just grabbed us and we just ran. We ran upstairs and to the other side of the building, and she told us, just be quiet, be quiet. And I was so scared. My heart was beating like that. I was like, Jesus, why I even came here?
And you said you thought it was a war zone before you came, so you got what you wanted.
No, but you know, you always think the worst thing might happen.
Right. But you didn't really expect it.
Yeah, it was my first situation.
Sure.
And couple of days before we go back to Russia,
Okay.
we were making that jokes like, yo, I wish I could stay here. Maybe I need to lose my passport. You know, just like...
So you wanted to stay even after those experiences?
Because I was so like, this phrase might sound, I don't know, some weird for people, but the dancehall was my everything that time. Because I built my life. It wasn't me, Carrie, and dancehall, the part of my life. It was dancehall, and I'm somewhere here.
Sure.
There are nothing was more important than this.
Why?
I just love it. I don't know. I just love
What do you feel about it?
When I just started, oh my God, this feeling when you go to the party, when you just dance and you feel this amazing energy, it just makes you feel so alive, so happy. And it just makes me feel so good. And I love to teach. I love to connect with people. I love when I see the progress.
Sure.
And it was just like a drug for me, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
This is how I actually feel.
Yeah.
But when I get so deep into dancehall culture, I came to dancehall because of the people in dancehall. And I left dancehall because of the people in dancehall.
Okay. So you go on that trip, you leave, and you have this longing feeling of wishing that you could stay. But that's your first trip.
Yeah.
Take me to now your 5th time when you're actually moving. And what was the key decision that made you think, okay, now I'm going to move? Because you would have visited a couple of times, you've had mixed experiences. And then what was that thing that said, actually, I want to live in Jamaica?
Okay, it was my 5th or 4th trip to Jamaica. The first time we came for the 3 months.
Okay.
In summertime, it was 2019. And that time, everything was good in Russia.
Right.
A lot of students, I travel a lot. But I was doing that for almost 8 years.
Okay.
And I just kind of burn out.
Okay.
You need to teach over and over again.
The same
things. You know, when you're doing something for a long time. And I was running in that circle.
Okay.
And the life in Moscow, I don't know, it's just, you don't have sun.
Right.
It's always rainy. And people so depressive over there.
Right.
And when you walk on the streets, no one gonna tell you, hi, good morning, or wherever. And in Jamaica, you just feel what people see you.
Okay.
Even if sometimes when you go outside alone as a woman, those guys, they're bothering you like, pss, pss, pss. But if I'm not talking about this part, in Jamaica, you feel seen.
It's funny that you say about when them, because I have a friend who lives in Canada. She's from Toronto, and she has always said, she's been coming to Jamaica for years, at least once a year. And in Toronto, she would not be deemed as your sort of classic pretty, right? Like magazine pretty. She's a black lady with dreads on the larger side. And she says one thing she loves about coming to Jamaica is everybody make her feel sexy. She says, I love hearing all of it, because she gets this attention that in Toronto she would never get, because people don't even look at her in a feminine, attractive way. So I always find that quite funny, because I feel like you either love it or you hate it, or maybe if you grow up with it, you don't even like recognize it's a thing. But I completely understand.
You know, when you come to Jamaica once in a 6 months or 1 year,
yes,
of course you enjoy that.
Right.
But when you live here and every time you go outside and they're pss, 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 you just like, oh, jeez, can I just walk? This is why I like to walk with my man.
Okay.
Because no one is bothering me.
Sure. Sure.
Well,
so you come and you miss that warmth. You miss people. You miss feeling seen.
Yes, because in Moscow, I felt like I'm just running in that circle.
Okay.
And I just don't stop, because from the 2018, when it was my second trip to Jamaica, I already grew some of my students and they started going with me to Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, and from that moment, actually it was my circle of life. But every holidays, like when it's Christmas time, we go to Jamaica.
Okay.
And every summertime we go to Jamaica. Well, between that, I didn't really have life. I was just teaching like crazy, try to make money.
Sure.
For this 6 months, I was making money to come to Jamaica and spend everything. This is how my life looks like for like 2 years.
Okay.
And in 2019, I was sitting here in New Kingston balcony. I was like, I actually can move to Jamaica. And my friends, they look at me like, I just opened my little dance studio in Moscow.
Okay.
And they look at me like, are you crazy or something? Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, look, I'm just tired to doing the same things. I want something new. I enjoy to teach. And before COVID, my plan was different. I thought I'm going to still stay in dancehall.
Okay.
And I thought I'm going to spend like half of year here.
Okay.
And after that, half of year in Russia teaching, going around cities. This was my plan.
Okay.
Before COVID started and before dancehall dancers canceled me and I decided to leave dancehall.
Okay. So you then, when you were sitting on the balcony and you decided that you could move here.
It was just one thought, you know?
It was just, okay, it was that random.
Yeah, it was that random and I was like, no, because that time I still didn't speak English.
Okay.
Because I always come with friends who speak better.
Okay.
And I always was standing behind and I was like, can you translate this? Can you order me that coffee in Starbucks, what I love?
Right.
Can you, like, and because when you have people who speak better than you, you just kind of afraid to start speaking and, you know.
But you leave after that balcony thought. You go back to Russia.
Yes.
And then how long after that do you decide to move here?
No, actually, I thought I'm going to come in January 2020 for another 3 months.
Right.
Just to see.
Okay.
Because I didn't know if I really wanted.
Sure, and that's when COVID happens.
Yes, because in 2019, I started my worst relationship.
Okay.
And I couldn't understand. I want to move here because of that relationship.
So he lived here?
Unfortunately.
Okay. So you weren't sure if it was him or if it was actually you wanted to live here?
Yeah, and I needed some time because I definitely didn't want to change all my life because of some guy.
Okay.
And I wanted to understand.
Right.
This is why I decided to go back in January 2020 and check it.
So when you come in January, are you staying with him or are you staying independently?
It was a hard situation because he was that type of guy. Unfortunately, I had this experience and right now I can laugh at this.
Sure.
But that moment, it was far from laughing or anything. I get to that abusive relationship where this guy already had another person.
Okay.
And of course, he told me that only after we spent already some time.
Sure.
And I fell in love.
Sure.
And he was like, oh, by the way,
okay,
I have someone else. And I was like, he wasn't dancer, but he was from that crowd.
Okay.
But
is he telling you because he thinks that it's going to be like one big happy family? Or is he telling, I don't understand.
He told me he's with that woman because of the papers.
Okay.
And wherever.
Right.
He will, like, He was telling me some lie over and over and over again. And because before that experience, I was this type of girl who always believe in people.
Okay.
Who always look at the people and who always try to find excuses for people. Who always say, no, he didn't mean that, or she didn't mean that. She's not that rude, or he's not that. I was this type of person. But this guy and those situations, what happened after that, they just changed me.
So were you living with him?
No, not really. I was by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
And so when you decided to continue staying, were you staying where you were? In the same apartment?
I was changing places.
Okay.
It was different places. From 2020, I don't even remember how much places, because I stayed here for 2 years at COVID. And I don't really remember how much, like 1, 2, 3, about 5 places I changed.
Okay. When you tell your family that you're staying in Jamaica, so COVID's happened, you're not going back as advised by the Russian government, what is the response?
Well, my parents, you know, from the moment I started to dance, because they always wanted me to be a normal.
What does normal mean?
Like, don't make all these tattoos because I look like I just came from the prison.
Okay.
This is what my dad says.
Right.
And I finished the nursing school.
Okay.
Yeah, because my parents wanted.
Okay.
Because they wanted me to be normal, to work 9 to 5.
Right.
To work in medical or to work in some office or something normal.
Sure.
And when I finished nursing school, I told my parents, look, you want me to be happy? Or you want me, when I'm 30, to come to you and say what you to destroy my life?
Okay.
And they were like, okay, you do whatever you want.
Are you an only child?
No, I have my brother.
Is your brother normal?
No. Nothing from normal. He's professional poker player.
Okay.
He is playing online and
He needs to teach me. I feel like I'd be good at poker.
He's a good teacher, but he's teaching only, like, they have some, how to say that? He's so good in teaching, and he's teaching only people who already know about poker. He's not teaching the beginners.
Right.
Like, he's so great in that.
Amazing.
Yeah, we are far from normal.
They got 2 abnormal kids, and they're like, fine, I want you to be happy.
Yeah, but when I come to Jamaica in 2020, and because everything was so unstable, and I tried to make money, but everything just, people didn't know how to live. No one really, you know, we all had to start doing new things.
Right.
I started teaching online, and it wasn't because life in Kingston is so expensive, especially if you live alone, especially if you want to eat normal food, like just vegetables. Vegetables is so expensive.
Yeah.
And it was hard time financially.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I need to go this way, but I had a lot of time situation when people tell me, like, you know, I know this guy who can just...
Okay. Make your life easier.
Yeah. Thank you. But I'm not... To be honest, I was thinking about that.
Okay.
Because it was that hard.
Sure.
But I was like, no, I can't do that because I'm not this type of person.
Sure.
I have nothing bad with people who is doing that decisions.
Sure. But it wouldn't sit right with you.
Yeah, but it wasn't for me that time.
When you realized that the relationship, it sounds like, was a part of the reason why you moved here, when you realized that that wasn't going to work anymore, did you think I should just go back home?
Not really.
Because of dancehall still?
Dancehall already kind of go down for me.
Explain this to me. You keep saying that dancehall went down, that you got exiled. I don't understand.
Okay. I was a fan of dancehall.
Okay.
The biggest fan of dancehall. I brought some of Jamaican dancers to teach in Moscow. And I did a lot of things. And I was always, when I teach on my workshops, I always say, guys, you have to go to Jamaica. You have to study from Jamaica. Because I was always saying them, guys, you like how I teach, but I'm not a Jamaican dancer.
Okay.
Jamaican dancers are the best. I was this type of person who is always promoting Jamaica and Jamaican dancers.
Sure.
But in dancehall is a lot of drama.
Okay.
It's drama after drama. Every time. You just can't live normal there.
What do you mean?
Like, you're trying to do everything for them.
Right.
You're trying to promote them. You're trying to pay them more money.
Right.
You're trying to help them to make this video, that video. You're trying to help them to promote their thing.
Sure.
And after that, they come to you. Just something happened like that in their mind. And they come to you and they say, now we want all foreigners who dance dancehall to pay us money if they dance our moves. You're like, but didn't I pay you when I worked 6 months to make money to come to Jamaica? And after that, they start saying, we don't like these foreigners teaching dancehall. I was like, guys, do you know how much people I brought to dancehall? Because none of you is sitting in Moscow and trying to educate these people.
Sure.
What is that dancehall? What is that Jamaica?
Sure.
And sometimes they just don't see these lines, whereas the foreigners is really doing a lot for dancehall.
Do you think that was a shift? Or was it always like that? Do you think it changed?
I think it really was always like that, but I didn't see it before because I wasn't
so
that
excited. It was the honeymoon.
Yes,
the honeymoon
it was
phase.
honeymoon. And after that, real life started.
Okay.
Well, when I got from that relationship,
Yep.
and same time while I was in that relationship, I started hearing a lot of stories, same stories from same foreigner women who come to Jamaica. And they were saying me some crazy stories like, I was dating this dancer and he had 5 more girls.
Right.
And she like got pregnant and he told her to do abortion or some things like that. And it was a lot of stories like that. And you know, one day I was sitting. It's when my pink glasses already was here.
Yeah. You could see over there.
Yeah, I could see a little bit, but sometimes they go up again, but sometimes they go down. And I was sitting, and because of my experience and because of experience of many women, I couldn't understand one thing. It was before I come to Jamaica for the first time.
Sure.
It was a lot of foreigner women in dancehall who is here like 10 years.
Okay.
But they never speak about those things.
As in they're dancing
Yeah,
for
they're
10 years?
dancing and they're coming to Jamaica for 10 years over and over again, every like 6 months or 3 months. For some reasons, I was surprised. Why none of the women
are saying anything?
Speak about you have to be careful when you come to Jamaica, especially when you come to dancehall society.
Okay.
No one is talking about that.
Right.
And I was that brave one. Because for me I think if that woman was speaking,
then you would have known?
I would know. Maybe I would go to the same experience I had, but maybe I would be more careful with those things. And that time I couldn't understand. This woman is in dancehall, going to Jamaica for more than 10 years. Why not? All of them just pretend like it's nothing happening. And what I mean, it's nothing happening, like when you come to Jamaica as a dancer, and in your country, you are no one.
Right.
Like, even if you're a great dancer, still, you know, we always look at Instagram or YouTube to these dancers, and these dancehall dancers, Jamaican dancehall dancers, they're like superstars for us, like Vibes Cartel for Jamaican people. And we look at them like, oh my God, he's such amazing, or she's such amazing. This is how we look at these people.
Right.
And when we imagine now, I'm the regular girl from Russia.
Right.
When I come to Jamaica,
right.
And all those people who I look like they're stars, all these guys giving me attention now.
Right.
They're saying, oh my God, you are the best dancer I ever see in my life.
Right.
You are like, you are amazing. And they start giving you this sweet thing.
Right.
They giving you all those things what you want to hear until you catch feelings or you fell in love because of your ego, you know? You just want to feel it. And you feel it, and after that they catch you, and that's it.
Do you think that having heard someone else's negative experience, if you had heard someone's negative experience that was here before you and had shared that she had had a bad experience, do you think that that would have prevented those feelings? Because I feel like sometimes, especially when someone is telling us what we want to hear, we can say, oh, that's you. You know, that's your experience, not me. That's not my lived experience. Or do you really think that you would have been open to it and been like, okay, I'm not going to necessarily pursue what I perceive as love?
Definitely, even I could say like, no, you know, my story is different.
Sure.
My story, this is what I hear a lot from girls who come to Jamaica
Sure.
because of dancehall. They say, my story is different. You know what I do right now? I'm like, okay.
You do you.
Okay.
Sure.
But I think in general, if woman, not just like one woman speak about
Sure.
that, but in general, if women start speaking about that, to not put down Jamaican dancers,
Okay.
but to be more kind to each other.
Sure.
Because I see a lot of stories like that.
Okay.
And some of them so really so bad.
So you started sharing your personal experience. And when you say sharing, you mean just talking with other dancers?
No, I actually made one post on Instagram.
Okay.
My Instagram that moment it was in Russian language.
Okay.
But when I made this post, I decided to make it in both languages because I know the people going to translate it,
Sure.
and I didn't want them to misunderstood.
Sure.
And I just translated it. And that time, I still didn't speak English so good.
Sure.
And most of the time, I just put things in Russian and I just translated
Sure.
on Google Translator.
Yeah.
And you have to understand about Russian language. Russian language might sound so rude because we're so straightforward.
You can't be more straightforward than Jamaicans.
Trust me.
Really?
Really, like we are so straightforward. If someone treated me bad,
Yep.
I'm not gonna smile and be like, ah. I'm gonna be like, why you treating me this way?
Okay.
And people just don't like it.
So you put in Russian, in Google Translate, what you were saying, and then you read out what Google gave you back.
I just actually made the text.
Okay.
You know, I put the picture
And
and
you
the
just
text.
put the text
Yeah.
from what Google gave you.
Yeah, I just translated. The thing is, that moment I already was in social media for like maybe 4 years.
Okay.
And I knew how to write titles.
Okay. What was the title?
I don't even want to repeat it.
Tell me the title, babes.
I'm afraid you're gonna have like a lot of hateful comments on that podcast episode. I say 80 to 90% of Jamaican dancehall dancers cheat and they see nothing but in that.
Okay. And that was your title that
Title.
came up on top?
Yeah,
And
it was title, and after that was the text about that.
Okay. And you did that because you knew that that would get engagement.
Of course.
And then
because
therefore
I wanted
more people
to
would
bring,
hear
yes, of course.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the goal of the post is to basically say, this is my experience. I wish someone had told me, so I'm going to tell you.
I didn't say, that moment I didn't say this is my experience.
Okay, what did we say?
I was just sharing the story like, hey guys, here's what happening in dancehall.
Okay.
When you as a woman come there and he's telling you this and that.
Sure.
And most of the time they have 3 to 5 different
Okay.
girls and you just have to be careful.
Okay.
And I say things like, if you know this information and you're still going in that relationship, it's nothing bad.
Sure.
Because this is your choice.
Sure.
But you just have to know what this is happening. And
Okay.
when this guy telling you, I love you,
Right.
most of the time it can be for the money or for some having fun, you
Sure.
know? And that's it.
Okay. So the post gets views? How many views?
I don't know how many views, but it was big.
Okay.
Because I got canceled after that.
When you say you got cancelled, what does that mean?
People started call me racist.
Okay.
They say I hate black people. They say I hate dancehall.
Okay.
They say I had no rights to speak about that.
Okay.
The Jamaican dancers who used to be my friend,
Right.
they say a lot of bad things about me.
Sure.
Jamaican dancers, women, they were saying a lot of bad things.
Sure.
Dancers in all of the world, the most popular dancers, dancehall dancers in Europe was saying a lot of
Really?
bad
So it wasn't just
No,
Jamaica?
it was everywhere.
Okay.
My friend with whom I go to Jamaica for the first time in
Sure.
2016, she
The
called
Ukrainian?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
She called me one and she said, Kari, you have to apologize.
Oh.
I was like, I have no problem to apologize.
Sure.
But
But what am I apologizing for?
you-
Right.
And that time I didn't know anything about the classicism in Jamaica and what the people really live in different worlds in Jamaica.
It's funny because as soon as you started your story, I was like, you've lived a different Jamaica to the one that I've never known.
Yeah, and a lot of Jamaican people don't know these parts of Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, that moment I was deep into dancehall.
Right.
And I had no Uptown friends.
Sure.
That time, I didn't know there are different sides of. I knew there are boring people who is going to work, and I didn't want to, like, talk to them because they were so boring
Sure.
for me. I come to dance,
Sure.
right?
So you followed dancehall, and basically wherever you kind of made your community was where the music was.
Yes.
And now after this post, your community is starting to fuck off.
Yeah. They literally told me what they started saying some lying thing, like a lot of like they knew I fell in love with Jamaica. They knew how much I love dancehall.
Sure.
They knew how much efforts I put in that. And they knew I'm far from racist.
Sure.
Because I choose to be in Jamaica than to stay in Russia.
Sure.
Because I feel more comfortable with Jamaican people than with Russian people. I feel like I have more things to talk about, and the vibe what Jamaican people give you, this great vibe, is it's not like it's far away from what Russian people give you with this face. And they knew I'm not racist.
Sure.
But someone said in comments, you're racist.
And then everyone kind of jumped on it.
And they told me, like, you can't speak about this topic because go and educate yourself. And what I'm trying to explain, when I was in dancehall and I say these words because I was in dancehall, people start gaslighting me.
Okay.
They start saying, you are wrong. This is not how things work in here. You just speak about your own experience. Don't speak about this topic in general. Do this and do that. And you know, when I start partying more with Uptown people, and I was so nervous. I was crying for 3 months after that because imagine dancehall was my everything.
You were making money dancing at this point?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you're doing your online classes. Are you doing stuff in person in Jamaica at this point?
No, because when you as a foreigner, if you come to Jamaica, you are not allowed to teach dancehall.
So you're just allowed to party and absorb the culture, but you can't teach it.
You can't teach. Because some women, some girls, they tried to teach here dancehall and they got canceled so hard.
So you knew that
Yeah, I knew it's not,
Okay. And so then your community basically tells you that you're no longer welcome. And what's
And
the
not
next
even that, the people who I didn't know, they start sending me messages on Instagram and direct, like, we're gonna find you and do something with you, like just shut up.
So at this point, are you thinking, I need to go home?
No.
Really?
I'm that crazy, right?
We've come for dancehall. Well, first we come, we're not sure if it's love, we're not sure if it's Jamaica, we're not sure if it's dancehall. We stay, the love thing doesn't work out, so we move on. Then we're still here for the Jamaican culture and dancehall. And then dancehall tells you, actually, no, you're not allowed. And I'm like, so now it's time to go home, no?
No, because I don't know how to explain it, but I just have this inner voice inside of me.
Okay.
Which always guide me.
Okay.
And that moment, my inner voice told me, just stay here and try to find, because you love Jamaica.
Okay.
You love Jamaican people.
Yep.
Yes, you had bad experience, and right now you're like this street dog, you know, who was beaten, and you just like walking like that. And I look at the people, and first thing I'm thinking is like, what do you want from me?
Sure.
This is how dancehall thing made me be.
Yeah.
But I still love Jamaica. Because when I live in New Kingston, and when I go to Starbucks, for example, I had some people who I knew, like this kind security guys who is always like, hey, good morning, how you feel today? And it just made me feel so alive. And I was like, let me just try to figure it out.
Okay.
But that moment I already understood what probably I'm not going to stay in dancehall.
Okay.
And I got into deep, deep depression that moment.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was so, like, I just didn't know where to move.
And all your friends are from, at this point where you're getting into this depression, all of your friends are still from the dancehall community?
Yep.
So it's just you one? And you're still like, I'm listening to the inner voice and I'm going to stay?
Yeah.
And how do you then navigate your next kind of move?
It was I would say it was some random things, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Because during my COVID life in Jamaica, I already met some new people from Uptown. Somehow, like one.
You keep saying Uptown, and it's so funny because I know exactly what you're talking about, and then I forget that some people don't necessarily know what Uptown means. When you say Uptown, for example, in New York, it means like physically uptown, right? And when we say Uptown in Jamaica, it refers to a certain class. And so I think that's really interesting that when you first arrived, you only knew it referred to, say, more of an inner city culture.
Yeah.
And then how do you get your first kind of introduction to upper society, if you like, in Jamaica?
Okay. In 2020,
Yeah.
I met another Russian who stuck here.
Okay.
She lives in France. She's my best friend right now.
Okay.
And we tried to survive together.
Sure.
In summertime 2020, I was posting some stuff on Instagram about my life in Jamaica. I was posting like, I'm crying here because, you know, when you just move to a new country, you feel lonely and it's just different. And you can't go to your parents.
Sure.
You can't just sit there and get a hug.
Right.
And it's just hard to move to another country. And this one Russian girl who lived here for more than 10 years.
Okay.
She found my Instagram somehow.
For sure.
And she texted me something like, oh, really? My Jamaica is not like that. My Jamaica is so nice. People treat me nice in my Jamaica. And she just asked me if I want to meet with her.
Sure.
And
you're like, yes, I want this Jamaica.
Yes, I was like, of course. Of course. And we met with, it was just some random thing.
Sure.
And we met with her, and this Russian woman, she literally started to introduce me to that circle of people. And me and that another Russian girl, who is my best friend right now, we needed some place to stay.
Okay.
Because the place I was renting out, the people told me, and the owners told me, they're going to rent it out at Airbnb, and I have to move.
Sure.
And this girl knew another Russian guy, or he was Ukrainian.
How many of you are there?
It's a lot of us here. It's a lot of us. He knew that guy. She knew that guy. And she knew he have like apartment and the second free room.
Okay.
And she just connected us with this guy. And with this guy, we started going somewhere, and with this girl. And it just was step by step.
Sure.
It wasn't something I was sitting and planning like how I'm going to get to this Uptown circle.
And to someone who doesn't know the different Jamaicas, how would you describe Uptown Jamaica versus inner city Jamaica?
Oh, this is a good question. It's completely different. Right now, I feel like I live in different Jamaica, but how to describe it? Uptown Jamaica have their own thing, but I would say there are not much dramas like that.
Okay.
There are still some dramas sometimes about different things.
Sure.
But
and when you say drama, you just mean people arguing?
not arguing, you know, something happening and they just talking about something. Like the regular thing in society.
Yep.
How would I say?
Start with how it looks. How does Uptown Jamaica look versus inner city Jamaica?
First, Uptown, I'm going to be straightforward. First, Uptown Jamaica have money.
Okay.
When you live in Jamaica and you have money, your life is okay.
Okay.
You are not really going to street parties. You are going to some parties where Lime Key on your own boat with your friends who have boat. You just partying there all day on your own boat, of course. Or you go into these expensive parties, like you're going to Carnival, you go into that Carnival or any parties like will cost 10,000 for the ticket, or 200,000 for cabanas. This is Uptown Jamaica, and I know the main difference between my life in Dancehall and my life in Uptown. If we're talking about how people treated me there, in Dancehall, the guys always force me to buy something for them.
Okay.
Like to buy drinks.
Okay.
To buy food.
Right.
Hey, are you gonna go and buy me some Magnum or some beer or some rum? And you just feel like you're just bugged with money when you're in Dancehall.
Right.
As soon as I step in Uptown, I just needed to have my cup and it never was empty.
Right.
I can't say it was a good thing. It was fun time. But no one is asking you to pay for anything.
Sure.
Like you just, and I'm not saying, I know people gonna watch and be like, if you're in Uptown and someone is giving you some free drinks or they're inviting you to the boat, you have to do something with someone,
Okay.
right? But
That's
for
not
me,
the
it wasn't
culture.
like that.
Yeah.
No. If you're a vibe girl, you just dancing, you bring in a good vibe,
Yeah.
you're just great person. They just want you to be around.
Sure.
And they were taking care of me, like taking me to the party. This is how my second year in COVID in Jamaica
Okay.
was. It was really nice. We party a lot when it was curfew. We party a lot, like pool party, lime key, other parties. It was so nice.
And did you feel when you had found this different version of Jamaica that your friend introduced you to that you were still in the right place? Or did you have this longing for the thing that originally brought you here? Because it seems like they're very different worlds.
Can you repeat that question?
So when your friend introduced you to Uptown Jamaica and you're having a very different experience than what you originally came here for, did you miss the old version?
Of course.
Okay.
Even now.
Really?
Even now, after I left Dancehall for more than 4 or 5 years,
Sure.
sometimes, because it's a lot of Russian people coming to Jamaica, dancers.
Okay. Yeah.
And I like to go to Instagram and watch their stories, how they're feeling about buying this first time jerk chicken
Sure.
or drinking coconut or going to Uptown Mondays first time, and they're sharing their experience. I have this feeling like I miss it so much.
Okay.
I even tell my mom a lot of times, like, I feel I was more happy person before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think it's because of depression thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really feel like right now I'm doing my social media and I love it. I'm doing content, but that moment when I go to Uptown Mondays and dance with my people, with the dancers
Yep.
who I knew, there is something magical about it. You just can't, like, when you're dancing together and some instruction songs playing, and you are in that circle, and you rock your world, or stir fry, and you just know the next move,
Right.
and you just like start doing it with people, and this feeling is something amazing.
Sure.
And of course I miss it, but I wouldn't go back there.
Okay.
No, even if someone come with bag of money and tell me go back to dance,
You wouldn't.
no.
Okay. So you're now in a different class of Jamaica. And how are we making money? I know you said you're doing social media. Is that how?
Oh
you're-
no,
Okay.
it's my man paying for everything.
Okay. That's fine. I need one of those. And then tell me how it was dating. How was it finding love in Jamaica?
It was
Especially
hard.
after your first experience.
Oh my
which
God, it was
sounds like
hard.
it was awful.
Well, right now, this year, my man really paying for everything.
Sure.
I will live in his place and
Okay.
he drive around and buying food and everything. And he just let me build my platform.
How did you guys meet?
We met at Carnival.
Okay.
First of all, I was in that Uptown community and I had one friend.
Okay.
And I always walk around and I always tell him, I'm not going to call his name. I was always telling him, hey, let's say his name is Kevin.
Right.
I was like, Kevin, can you find some guy for me who is not from dancehall,
Sure.
who is not partying without stop, and who just want to build something serious?
Okay.
And I don't want him to be white.
Okay.
This is what I said to him. And he was laughing at me. He's like, you need to go to another country. Like, it's not, but you want a like serious guy who is not partying,
Right.
who is not going anywhere, and you want to build something serious with him. Because I always wanted, even when I got to that abusive relationship, I always wanted to build a good relationship, have kids, have family. And I was working like that for like 2 years.
Okay.
Or 3 years. And I was saying them, guys, help me to find that Jamaica have a lot of people.
Right.
You know a lot of people. Just just help me to find someone.
Sure.
And they try. They really try. Most of the people they find for me, it never work.
Why?
Because, I don't know, most of the people when they see, because I still was kind of dancing.
Okay.
And when they see a white girl who come to Jamaica because of dancehall, they just treat you some type of way.
Okay.
Like they don't
As in
look
they
at
don't think that you're serious?
Yeah, I think they don't really look at you and think, oh, I can marry that girl.
Okay.
They're like, yeah,
I can have fun with her.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
have fun with her.
But they're not looking at you as wife material.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And in 2023 at Carnival, my friend actually called me, or he come to our place and he was like, Kari, I'm going to bring someone for you today. I was like, oh, really? And he showed me his picture and I was like, but it was bad picture. I couldn't understand anything. I was like, whatever.
So you didn't like him from the picture?
No, because the picture was really bad.
It's because you love him now, babes. It's okay. Don't blame the picture. You didn't like him from the picture.
I was like, I don't really care if he's a nice person.
Sure.
I never really was that girl who is like, guys, help me to find the richest
Specific.
guy
Okay.
in Jamaica.
As long as he's black, you're good.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that.
I think once you go black, you don't go back. It's good.
Yep. Well, I met this guy at Carnival.
Yeah.
We were at the Kaya, the
Okay.
Lady Musgrave.
Yep.
And we were just partying. And I saw this guy. I wasn't even sure if it is him, but he smiled with his big smile, white teeth, and he looked so nice. And I look at him and I was like, it's probably him. And I come to my friend and I'm like, are you going to
Make
introduce
the
me to him?
introduction, yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, this is him and blah, blah, blah. And we just started talking. And while all this carnival was happening, we were sitting inside on the kayaking, and we were just sitting and talking for like 2 hours.
Okay.
But it was it was some red flags for me,
Okay.
because I always say to myself, especially in Jamaica, because I know a lot of guys have kids already,
Okay.
and I was always saying to myself, I will never start dating, especially like serious relationship with guy who already have
I
kids.
used to say that too. No, I believe in it. I also think my view is different now because I have children. But if
Yeah.
I didn't have children, I would think the same thing. Because I think then if he's the type of dad that you want him to be and be involved with his child, then you're always dealing with a mother. And I just never want to deal with a mother.
This is my point I was like, I want to go to relationship with one person,
Sure.
not with 3 or
Yeah.
4. Because in my reality, I thought if you already have a child, I have to be in that situation with his baby mother,
Yep.
with his child. And when he saw me the picture on his phone,
Sure.
when we just started talking, and I saw his daughter, and he was like, oh, this is my daughter. And in my mind, I was like, okay, it's not him. Again, I was like, okay, we continue.
Sure.
Continue to search. And the funny thing, when I live here at COVID time, before I start asking my Uptown friends, try to find me someone, when regular people like security or people with whom I just talk on the streets, they ask me like, why are you here? What are you doing here? And I always tell them, I'm trying to find someone with whom I can build relationship, like serious relationship, family. You know what these people did? They always look at me and they laugh in my face. They were like, girl, you choose the wrong island. And they were laughing like, like that.
But is that, again, going back to the different Jamaicas, right? Because I will vote for a Jamaican man any day of the week. But I haven't been to Uptown Mondays. Do you think that experience is, again, based on the different environments? Or do you think that even in Uptown Jamaica, it was very hard to find?
Oh, it was very hard.
Okay.
I would say if this guy from Uptown, and he's that Uptown who have money,
Sure.
who drive amazing car,
Right.
have this place and that place and villa and here, they're so spoiled.
Okay.
They are so spoiled.
Okay.
It's so hard to find, because first, they don't really want to date. They
Right.
just want to have fun.
Okay.
And
so in
they
terms
know
of
they
building,
can. Yeah.
Right.
Not most of them want to build something.
Okay.
They just.
And when did you know with your boyfriend that you could have a serious relationship, even though he had the red flag?
Oh, I think I didn't really have choice.
Oh, what do you mean?
We started talking, and that whole day on Carnival we spent together.
Sure.
After that, next day we saw each other, and right after that, the second meeting, I come to my friend, my best friend, and I told her, you know what? I'm afraid if I'm continue seeing this guy, we're definitely going to have something, but I'm not sure if I want.
Okay.
And I was kind of trying to not reply and be more distant, you know? And after like a week, we met again. We went to Dub Club to like eat some food and enjoy the view. And after a couple of meetings, I was like, because in my mind, I was like, he's not the one.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't even want to play that game.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, let's just have fun, whatever. And I come to his place, and I never went. I stayed there.
Okay.
And from that moment, I came to the first time at his place. I never left.
Okay.
Never. Like, more than 2 years passed.
Right.
And it was just good. He treated me nice.
Okay.
He was just nice person. And, you know, because I was so traumatized from my previous relationship, I was just sitting and waiting when he gonna start treating me bad.
Okay.
And I was sitting and waiting that moment when he just said, okay, just take your stuff and leave.
Okay.
It's never happened. And because I still was renting another place where I used to live.
Okay.
And when my friend, she go back to France and she said, Kari, are you going to continue renting that place? And I was like, I come to him. We were together for like a couple of months. And I come to him and I say like, look, if I'm going to rent in that place, I need at least to stay there sometimes. You know, I can't just pay for the place to have clothes over there.
Right.
And it was so nervous, but I asked him, do you want me to bring my stuff here?
Sure.
I didn't even want to say, do you want me to move in? I was like, do you think I should bring my stuff?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, of course, bring it. I was like, is that some type of jokes or something? And after that, I met his parents.
Okay.
After like 2 or 3 months. Oh my God, these people is something. I would say they're like my second family right now. They're such a nice people. They treat me. His father, every time he sees me, he's literally saying, oh, my daughter, hello. And I'm just like, oh.
Have your family visited you here?
Not yet.
Okay.
They're planning to, but not yet.
And even before you came to Jamaica, did you ever feel like an outsider in Russia? Because, you know, the things that you like and the people that you like doesn't seem to necessarily align with Russian culture.
Of course.
So did you feel like you're an outsider?
Yeah. And these things, what you say, you remember you say your friend from Canada who is coming to Jamaica and she's enjoying when guys give her attention. I would say the way I look, because you know this stereotype about Russian woman is like,
I just think of plastic surgery.
they're like skinny and they have this
the lips.
The lips.
Yeah.
And look at me.
Right. You don't have to get specs.
And sometimes when I wasn't into dancehall, when I'm just walking around in Moscow, I just felt like no one really even look at me.
Okay.
Because I'm not their type.
Sure.
And when you are not that type in Russia, it's really hard to find a man.
Okay.
I'm not saying, it's a lot of great guys in Russia.
Sure.
But it's just different game.
Sure.
And I never really wanted, I don't know, I just never really wanted. From the moment I started dancing hip hop, when I started to go into that black culture, I was like,
you felt home.
I was like, I don't know why I'm even white, like I couldn't understand because I think, I don't want to sound any type of way, but I think black people is better in everything. Like they look better, they're so stylish, the way you talk, the way you move, I'm just so fell in love with like culture, with black culture. And I'm this type of person who, I never tried to be,
Sure.
someone who I can be.
Sure.
But I just feel more comfortable. And
do you think that when you came to Jamaica, did you have any resistance because you were Russian? Aside from dancehall culture, I just mean in general, in your day-to-day living, did you ever feel that you were ill-treated because you're
right now, after, I can't even say those things
Sure.
because as a Russian person, I'm not allowed to say those things.
Okay.
But after the situation happened,
Sure.
because I have hard situation because I was born in Ukraine,
Okay.
but I was raised in Russia.
Okay.
I have Russian citizenship.
Sure.
My mother, she's Ukrainian, and my
Okay.
father, he's Russian.
Okay.
But I have Russian passport.
Right.
And when that situation happened,
Yep.
after that, even in Uptown Circle, I felt it. When people ask
really?
me, where are you from? And I say, I'm from Russia.
Right.
It's just body language. You just can feel like
There was a change
people
in
is
the
like-
energy. Okay.
when people here are making my content on social media, like I live in Jamaica and I'm from Russia,
Sure.
I actually use it all the time just to trigger people.
Sure.
Because I know if I say I'm from Russia, there are going to be some people who are going to say, oh, another spy come here.
Okay.
Or, oh, go back to your country.
Sure.
And I just use it as a trigger because
Sure.
you know how social media
Yeah.
works.
Yep.
But I remember one day we had a fight with this Uptown woman. Not really fight, but she was trying to tell us what we literally have to go back to Russia and tell our president to stop this. I look at her, I'm like, why you're not going to your prime minister and asking him to change bad things in Jamaica?
Sure.
Might be because he's not going to listen to you. You think,
Sure. Yeah.
you think, my president going to listen to me? This is so stupid. And I'm just trying not to go into politics
Sure.
and anything, but most of the time, right now, I found a way. Then people ask me where I'm from.
Yep.
I'm telling them I'm from Russia, but I was born in Ukraine.
Okay.
This is make them feel.
The energy is different.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess in my mind, what were your major culture shocks? You mentioned food prices. Was there anything else when you arrived here that you just weren't ready for?
Okay. You ready? The food prices,
Yep.
especially vegetables.
Yeah.
Electricity,
The cost of it?
cost of electricity.
Okay.
You know what I can get? Jamaica have sunlight 24/7. But why electricity is so expensive? Like, I understand the company in Jamaica trying to make money.
Sure.
But if they have so much money, they could go to solar,
Right.
Because for you as a person who live in Jamaica and for you to put the solar system to have enough electricity, you
Yep.
need to spend like a couple of million.
Yeah.
And you have to have this money. You
Yep.
can't just take it from nowhere, you
Sure.
know? And you can't go solar because of this thing, because
Sure.
of financial thing. Well, this is electricity prices. Because even when I live in New Kingston in my little studio apartment, I had no AC, I had no washing machine, I had nothing, just electric stove and water heater, and I pay 10,000 Jamaican for electricity,
Sure.
having nothing. And I was like, this is crazy. Well, another thing is prices for any goods.
Okay.
Like, you want to buy something in pharmacy,
Right.
some vitamins. You go to Amazon and you see the price is double, how to say that, double cheaper?
It's half price.
Half price.
Yes.
It's half price. You go to Jamaican store, wherever, it's a double price.
Before you came, did you think things were going to be cheaper than Russia?
Of course. This
Okay.
is what I was thinking
Okay.
because, you know, Jamaica is development country and you think what I come from, the first world country.
Sure.
And I have to allow to live normal, to live better,
Right.
like in Thailand.
Yeah.
Like when you can,
I've just come back from Thailand.
I know
Don't
it,
do
so
it.
that
Oh
we
my
don't-
gosh.
when you can eat fruits and smoothie every
Yeah.
day because they just cost like $1. So I
Yeah.
don't know how much they cost right now.
Less than $1.
Okay. When you can go to massage every day
Yeah.
here in Jamaica.
I was getting my Balinese massage
Oh
for
my
like £8
God.
an hour. I was getting them every day because I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I read that it's not good to have a massage every day, so I did it every other day.
I'm so sad.
Trust me.
But here, my goals so, you know, so normal, or I wouldn't say normal, like so regular. I just
Sure.
want to be allowed to do the massage
Sure.
once a week.
Sure.
But in Jamaica, because of the cost of living, to go to massage place in Jamaica, here in Kingston, the minimum price gonna be like 10 to 12 thousands, like almost 100 US
Sure.
dollars.
Yeah.
And the prices for everything. For example, I'm dreaming to get rich and buy Porsche. And you know, if you buy Porsche in Jamaica,
Yeah.
you pay double price.
Yeah.
You pay double price for everything.
Sure.
And the minimum wage is still just 60,000 Jamaican,
Okay.
which is about 400 US dollars.
Sure.
And
It doesn't
if
match.
you don't make enough money to live in Jamaica,
Yep.
you just survive.
Yep.
This is still shocking me. The thing shocking me was every time people see me, when I go outside trying to buy something, like if you're a Jamaican, you never had this experience, right? You just go into that guy who is selling coconuts,
Sure.
and you know he will never try to scam you,
Sure.
because this is how you live. This is your country. When I go, when I go, people always try to put double price.
It's funny, I have this conversation often because I call it tourist tax. And I don't have an issue with tourist tax because I feel that, for example, when I go to Thailand, I bought a dress in a market and she charged me 11 pounds. I know that that dress was not 11 pounds, right? I know she's put on money because I'm coming with my pounds or whatever foreign currency and I know that she's making more. And it didn't bother me. I guess from the perspective of, I like the dress. I know that to me, the dress is worth more than that. But then you take like Vietnam, I was looking to buy a hat and this lady was literally charging like 12 times the price. So I said, you're crazy and I'm not buying the hat. So I think that from maybe I sympathize more with the vendor trying to capitalize on an opportunity, and as the consumer we have the option to say whether we want it or we don't want it. However, I appreciate that if that is not a holiday for you, right, there's a difference between it being life on a daily basis versus you being there on holiday. Like you say, it does happen. So I went into a taxi and the man was trying to overcharge me, and I said to him, boss man, I've been living here for however, oh, you're Jamaican, oh, don't worry. And I think that the same happens, you know, with a lot of expats that come here. There is the first impression of like the double, triple price, and then you let people know.
You know, I just recently made a video on YouTube about the same thing, and I actually spoke about Thailand because I've been to Thailand, and I say, you know, there are some, if I come from USA, where I make, let's say, 6,000 US.
Sure.
And that extra 1,000 Jamaican don't
It's
really
not a
make
big deal.
difference for me.
Sure.
But I didn't come from USA.
Sure.
I don't make those money.
Sure.
I live in Jamaica.
Right.
I make Jamaican money.
Right. But the vendor don't know that.
I know.
They're just in money.
And this is another thing what people say in me in my comments. They literally laugh at me when something like that happening. Some of them say you deserve it because of the way you look like and you speak. And some of them say, of course, because you look like a bag of money.
Sure. But I guess my thing is that we know the reality, right? And so it's like the next time they try and charge you, you just tell them, boss man.
Yeah, but maybe one day I'm going to be better in that.
To feel confident
but
to do
even my man, because I would say he looked to Uptown.
Right. Yeah.
Even if he go and ask price.
Sure.
And if they see me next to him.
It's over.
And look, this is which type of person I want to be. I want to be a rich person who is driving Porsche and who can buy avocado near La Chussan for 1,000, this little avocado. I want to be that person and don't care. And because I know I support those people. But right now I'm in position when I'm just surviving.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad at the people.
Yeah. Like,
because I know where they're coming from. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But I also understand where they're coming from. Because even as you say, like Uptown, for example, my mother would never go to Coronation Market because she would get very different. She had a very English accent, even like more
people
English
always
than me.
send me to Coronation Market.
But she would never go because she knows And so you kind of deal with the lay of the land, is what I'm saying. I think so.
You know, I really think I'm trying to look at same situation on different angles. And sometimes people say to me, you're always hating Jamaica. You're always saying some bad things about Jamaica. And this is what I'm agree.
Sure.
What I'm saying those things. Sure. But I'm saying those things because I'm going through that experience.
Sure.
Because I'm myself that I don't have enough money right now to spend 1,000 Jamaican for one avocado.
Sure.
Because I have limited money.
Sure.
Of course, if I had more money, I wouldn't even speak about these things, because I would go do my massage once a week for 100 US, and I would be like,
yeah,
give me this bag of mangoes for 4,000.
Right.
But
oh no, I don't think it's an anti-Jamaica thing, because you still live here and you've had a series of experiences that you could have at many points said, actually, I'm gonna leave. I think, do you consider Jamaica home now, or do you consider Jamaica home for the long term?
Because I'm in a relationship right now, and my man, he have a daughter.
Okay.
And we're talking with him sometimes because we're serious together and we're building family. And sometimes I'm asking him, what if one day I just woke up and feel like I don't want to live in Jamaica? Would we be able to move somewhere?
Sure.
First of all, I don't really know to move where.
Okay.
He's half of Bajan.
Okay.
He's from Barbados, and his mother lives in Barbados. And he's telling me, yeah, we can move to Barbados.
Sure.
But he's telling me...
Have you been to Barbados?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But he's like, Barbados is so small. Yes, it's a nice place. It have their own challenges, but it's so small, you're going to get bored there. And when I asked his stepmother about, have you ever think about moving to other island? And she said, no, trust me, Jamaica is the best place because Jamaica have everything.
Sure.
Well, right now I'm in that position, I think, because I really was traumatized because of the situation I've been through with Jamaica. Because I'm telling my mom, if I come to Jamaica, if I never had this dancehall experience, and I come to Jamaica and met you, and I had same situation. If I had same situation, I live with him at his place. I never experienced that.
Sure.
Of course, my view on Jamaica would be different, completely different. But because I was surviving here alone for a long time, my view is so different. And every person who comes to Jamaica with different experiences, it's just different. And my experience is just like that.
So you think that if you weren't in this relationship, you wouldn't live here now?
No, I would still be here.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want to ask why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, because I understand there are good and bad things about every country.
Okay.
This is what I understand. And when I'm sharing my bad stories about Jamaica, I'm just sharing the things what's happening with me right now. I'm not trying to say, oh my God, Jamaica is so bad and blah, 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 because I know a lot of amazing people in Jamaica.
Okay.
But same time, I know this 5% of people who's not treating me good. But it doesn't mean what all people in Jamaica is. But because most of the people I know, they're such a nice people. And I had a lot of great situations. But here's about social media. When you talk only about good things in country, if I say every time I make a video and I say, oh my God, guys, I love Jamaica so much, Jamaican people, no one is watching you. No one is care about how much you love Jamaica. As soon as you start saying them, the challenges things, the bad things you are going through, this is when they start watching you and start listening to you. This is why I'm trying to balance my content between bad situations, what happening to me, and good situations. But no one really pay attention to good stories.
What do you think is one of the greatest misconceptions about living in Jamaica?
But life in Jamaica is cheap. Because everything in Jamaica is so expensive. I mean, if you come from
Sure.
Russia. If you come from USA, maybe it's not this way. But
I think it's still expensive.
still expensive? Yeah, because I never had this experience,
Sure.
but everything is so expensive in
Okay.
Jamaica. So expensive. Like, you step out of your place and you have to pay money like that.
Sure.
Yeah, Jamaica is so expensive because I feel like some people, the hotels in Jamaica, oh my God, you have to be a millionaire to go to hotels. Like, hotels in Jamaica is so expensive. And a lot of things.
What was the first Jamaican thing that you ate that you fell in love with?
Oh, it's definitely ackee.
Really?
And it's still my favorite.
If you were trying to describe the flavor of ackee to someone, how would you describe it? I
Well-
always find it so hard.
I would say it's like the egg. You
Okay.
know when you do this, I don't
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
Yes.
But it's more tough.
Okay.
It's not that fluffy like egg. And that's it. I don't even know. You know, one day I tried to explain my parents how jackfruit tastes.
Yes.
And I asked ChatGPT. And he says like, ChatGPT says, if pineapple, bananas, and mango had baby together,
Okay.
it's a jackfruit. But I told my parents I'm not sure because jackfruit, I love jackfruit, I love soursop, and I can explain it to my parents
Sure.
because they just have to try it. And yeah, ackee is my favorite. And breadfruit, oh my God, breadfruit is my favorite. I love Jamaican food.
Okay.
Jamaican food is so nice. But I never tried curry goat.
Really? Why?
I never tried oxtail.
What? That was going to be too much. Why have you not tried curry goat or oxtail?
Because I don't eat red meat.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you should have started off with I'm a vegetarian.
I'm not really vegetarian. I eat chicken
Okay.
sometimes.
So I just don't eat red meat and
Yeah.
therefore I haven't tried. You don't want to sneak one day just to get a little tips and then you can go back to...
No. I
Really?
don't like this feeling when this is going to sound weird. I don't like this feeling when this red meat going into my stomach and I can feel how heavy it is.
Oh, really?
I don't like that feeling.
Oh, wow.
It just happened randomly, like about 15 years ago. I was eating my hamburger
Right?
in Russia,
Yeah.
and I just felt so weird feeling like my
I
body
promise
just
oxtail won't do that to you. I promise.
no. My man, he's always taking something like that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, thank you.
Okay.
Salad.
I have a few quick questions for you. Do you prefer tasty patty or juicy?
Juicy.
Why?
Not because the juicy owner is my friend.
But you...
Hi, Dan.
Oh, gosh.
You know, to be honest, because when I was in that Uptown life after Dancehall,
Yep.
and when we've been to that boat parties at Lime Key,
Yep.
we always eat juicy.
Okay, cool. So you've had more juicy patties than tasty.
Yeah, and if I want to eat patty, I'm not trying to eat a lot of them
Okay.
because for me it's like some dish what I can eat once and
Okay.
something.
Yep.
And just because I really ate most of the time juicy.
Sure.
If I choose to go and I want to eat some patty, I will go to juicy. But right now I found some amazing vegetarian places
Okay.
where they make ackee patty.
Oh,
Oh my God.
you have to
I'm
show
so
me.
sorry. I don't go to juicy right now. I go to that vegetarian places and buy that ackee.
Where is
patty.
it?
One place, it's right near juicy. Where is Lane Plaza?
Okay.
At,
So
Hope
inside
Road.
Lane.
Yeah, inside Lane Plaza. Here's the high-low.
Yep.
Here's the juicy patty.
Yep.
Here's some Indian store and the vegetarian place right here.
And they do good.
Oh my God, their ackee patty is something. And one more place, I don't remember where exactly. It's on Old Hope Road.
Okay.
Like, you can just Google vegetarian restaurant.
Okay.
And most of the time they have patty.
Okay.
There's ackee patty.
Is the one.
Yeah.
Do you prefer rum or red stripe?
When I used to drink,
Oh, you don't
because
drink?
I don't drink right now.
Okay.
Because
All I hear is party, 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 and then you tell me so you don't
I
drink?
was drinking like crazy. I was like, when I met my man, he's not drinking.
Okay.
He just don't like to drink.
Okay.
And when I met him, it was like a blessing for me.
Your
Because-
liver got a rest.
Because he's like, he's not that type of person who have any alcohol at home.
Okay.
And I was like, and I just don't really drink. Sometimes, right now, sometimes I can drink wine.
Okay.
When I was party person,
Right.
When I was in Dancehall, I drink Magnum
Okay.
and this sweet beer, the Sorrel.
Okay, yes.
I love this one. And I drink white rum or red rum, or you call it brown or red?
Brown.
I call it red.
Yeah.
And I can't really choose between beer. If we're talking about Sorrel beer,
Okay, specifically that one would win?
yeah. Or rum, I would go for Sorrel one.
Cassava or yam?
Cassava.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cassava.
Mango or guinea?
Mango, of course.
Do you have a preference to Julie or Sindian?
The one without hair.
Julie.
Yes.
We can be
Julie.
friends.
Like, I can't take this. I know
Indian.
Jamaican love East
Yeah,
Indian,
my dad loves it.
but I can't eat it because it's stuck in my teeth, and after that I'm sitting and I don't like it.
If your life was a postcard, what would the picture look like?
Oh, like, you know, if you can imagine, if I ask ChatGPT to make this picture, the half of the picture is like amazing building, like amazing villa with pool and Porsche right here.
Sure.
And here is some surviving life.
Right.
And I'm somewhere on the middle.
Okay.
Like half of my clothes and face look so beautiful, and half of my face and clothes just tear off because of the life challenges I had. This is my
That
picture.
would be it. And for anyone who is thinking about moving to Jamaica, what would you say to them?
If you feel, if your inner voice saying you do that, do that. It might be, probably it's going to be so hard, because to move to any country is so hard. But if you feel this choice going to make your life better and happier, do that, because we have one life. This is my main goal in this life. We have one life. And we all gonna pass one day. And the main goal is just to feel happy. I think this is why I'm in Jamaica. Because even if I don't feel that happy, how I was during dancehall, but I still feel more happy if I was in Russia right now.
Okay.
Like, just if you feel this
Do
move
it.
gonna make you more happy, do it. Yeah.
Thank you.